Beast of Reincarnation may not have the most realistic graphics, but its unique art style immediately caught my attention. The world has a beautiful atmosphere, and the combat, animations, and finishing moves all come together really well. So let's see how it performs on a 4GB VRAM GPU. Running on the lowest possible settings, I was getting around 60 FPS, which honestly is not bad for an Unreal Engine 5 game. I was not expecting much more than that. One thing that really surprised me was the default upscaler. Every time you launch the game, it automatically switches back to AMD FSR1, which is a very old upscaling technology. You will have to manually change it back to DLSS or whichever upscaler you prefer every single time. Honestly, I was not expecting to see such outdated technology being used as the default in a newly released game. Another strange thing I noticed was that the game also ships with DLSS 3.7, which again feels outdated for a modern release. It was really weird to see an older DLSS version in a game like this. During gameplay, I occasionally experienced heavy FPS drops. While monitoring the system, I noticed my CPU usage suddenly hit 100%. My guess is that the game was compiling shaders in the background, although I never saw any shader compilation message or progress bar. Other than those occasional drops, the game generally stayed above 50 FPS, making it perfectly playable. Unfortunately, the game does not officially support frame generation. However, several community mods already allow you to enable it. So of course, I had to test them. Sadly, the results were not very impressive. Depending on the mod, I gained around 25% more FPS, but the gameplay did not actually feel smoother. I could clearly notice additional input delay and occasional stuttering. Even though the FPS counter was showing over 60 FPS, the overall experience felt noticeably worse than the vanilla game. So in my opinion, the current frame generation mods just are not worth using. While browsing the mod community, I also found a way to update the game to DLSS 4.5, which was much more interesting. After installing it, the image looked slightly sharper and cleaner than before. There was a small performance cost, so my FPS dropped from around 70 to 72 to roughly 60 FPS. I also tested an engine optimization file, and honestly, this one impressed me the most. It improves performance without hurting the overall gameplay experience, making it feel like the best balance between visual and performance. So, if I had to recommend two modes, this would be them. If you prefer a slightly sharper image, go with the DLSS 4.5 update. But if your priority is getting better FPS without sacrificing the overall experience, I would definitely recommend the engine optimization instead. I have linked both mods in the description below, so feel free to try whichever one suits your preference. Thanks for watching, enjoy your gaming, and I will see you in the next one.